You know, when we think about creating a truly unforgettable live event, it's not just about the amazing production. It's really about designing how people feel. But there's this one critical element that even the best event planners out there often leave completely to chance. Let's dive into what that is.
Seriously, think about it for a second. Every conference, every product launch, every big party you've ever been to. What's the one thing that can absolutely make or break the entire experience, but is almost never intentionally designed?
Okay, let's be real. Event producers are wizards. They're absolute masters of logistics. Every single technical detail is perfected. The lighting, the sound, the schedule is timed down to the second. The whole environment looks flawless. But all of that incredible planning only accounts for the space. What happens when the people show up? And right there, that's where this huge conflict pops up. It's something we call the brand paradox, and it's where all that meticulous planning can start to fall apart.
I mean, look at this. Brands are pouring fortunes into creating these incredible, immersive worlds. But the actual way people get immersed, you know, talking to each other, that's just left to chance. It's a massive blind spot in experience design.
And this is what that feels like. We've all been there, right? You walk into this spectacular room, but you're kind of hesitant, disconnected. You're looking around for a cue, for someone to signal that it's okay to actually engage. That feeling of being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that's the brand paradox in action. So, if the big problem is leaving the whole human part of it up to chance, well, the solution is pretty straightforward, isn't it? You have to design it intentionally. And this isn't just some fuzzy idea. It's a real, concrete methodology. It's this framework called Interpersonal Dynamics Design, or IDD for short. And what it is really is a method for deliberately shaping those human-to-human interactions. The cool part? It takes the staff you already have and turns them into a key part of the experience itself. And this right here, this is the absolute core of it all. Humans immerse humans. You can have the most amazing production in the world, but at the end of the day, it's people. It's other human beings that make us feel truly welcomed, seen, and like we're really part of something.
Okay, so how does this actually work, like in the real world? Well, IDD is built on 3 core principles, and they're super practical, really intuitive, and honestly, they're incredibly powerful when you put them all together. So first, you've got to identify the key moments for interaction. Then you use those moments to give your guests, permission to engage and play. And finally, you shift your staff's focus from this rigid, scripted performance to just being authentically present. Let's dig into what that actually means. All right, step 1, identify what are called human interactive touchpoints, or hits. And the key thing here is you don't have to invent these things. They're the totally predictable moments that are already built into any event where guests are naturally looking for a bit of connection. Just think about it. The check-in desk, right? The greeters at the front door. The info station where you ask for directions. Even the bartender. These are all natural hits. They're already there. These are moments where guests are looking for help, for orientation, for connection. All IDD does is make those moments intentional. Okay, so now for the other 2 principles, and they really go together. This is where we change how the staff actually behaves at those touch points we just identified. It's all about moving away from those robotic, memorized scripts and empowering your team to be real, authentic guides for the guests. So look at the difference here. The old way is all about performance. The staff is just delivering lines, checking off tasks. And as a guest, you feel processed, right? But the IDD model is all about presence. The staff is reading the room, they're adapting to a guest's energy, and they're making them feel genuinely welcomed. It's really the difference between being a robot and being a fantastic host. So, what's the big deal? What happens when you actually make this shift? Well, the impact it's huge. It takes the whole experience from being just transactional to being something truly transformational. And that's true for both the guest and the producer. For your guests, they feel the change instantly. When they know where to go, that anxiety of being in a new place just melts away. When the staff is friendly and approachable, they feel like they belong. It's like they've been given permission to participate, not just stand there and watch. And you know what? Those little, real interactions, that's the stuff they're going to remember long after the event is over.
And for event producers, this is a total game changer, strategically. Your staff isn't just an operational cost anymore. They become a core, designed layer of the entire experience. You're turning these random encounters into carefully designed touchpoints. Your staff become, well, they become immersion facilitators. How cool is that?
So all of this brings us right back to that question I asked at the very beginning, but now we see it in a whole new light. So I'll ask you again, in the amazing events you create, is the most human part, the most important part, being designed with intention? Or is it still just being left to chance?
At the end of the day, great events are about so much more than just flawless logistics. They're about creating a powerful, real sense of belonging. The folks behind this whole methodology are at Metaforyou if you want to learn more. But the real takeaway is this: stop just designing the space and start designing the human connections that happen within it.